The Green Room at Lift Vancouver is brought to you by Cloud9 Cannabis Coaching. If you have suffered from anxiety, chronic pain, or depression, like I have, you know full well how debilitating it can be. Brady Sparrow, founder of Cloud9 Coaching, specializes in microdosing cannabis to help her clients lead more balanced lives. Whether you've been using cannabis your entire adult life or just now learning about this incredible plant, Brady's simple microdosing guide will help you find the perfect balance in just 1 month. Brady is about to host her first 30-day challenge called Find Your Cloud9 in 30 Dope Days. I'm doing it and you should too. So why not go over to cloud9coaching.com and join us. Be sure to use coupon code JACQUI, JACQUI, for a special Green Room discount.
What's going on, everybody? It's Les from Cannabis.Wiki. We're here at Lift&Co 2.0 Cannabis Business Conference at Expo. I've got to my left, C-Fam, Gerald Major.
Jackie Childs.
Oh, man.
Cannabis and
Deja vu.
And our special guest today, Jenn Larry. How are you?
I'm awesome. How are you doing today?
Fantastic. Thank you for taking the time to stop by.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Thank you for
for those
having
of
me.
us that don't know, for
Yeah.
viewers, what do you do in the cannabis industry?
Well, I founded a company called CBD Strategy Group. And so for the last 4 years, we focus on commercial marketing, business strategy, and brand development, which is a lot of fun.
Where's home base?
Montreal.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah,
Parlez
which
vous.
I love.
Oh,
Love. Bonjour
it's
à tout le monde.
Yeah.
Merci. Yeah, exactly. A little bit of rain. I'm
Partly
confused.
cheap good.
Yeah, and also I founded the Cannabis Education Guild recently, which is an international education platform. And as I was sharing with Gerald, thank you, we are going to Asia. We're going to be launching in Malaysia to our first cohort of over 100 doctors. So I'm really jazzed, man, really jazzed.
So when I start hearing cohorts and stuff like that, I mean,
I bore you, I need to leave.
No, that's the exciting
No
stuff.
way, no way, no way.
It's the exciting stuff because that means there's research, right? And so, are we coming to Malaysia?
I want you to. So I was just
so
saying to you.
we're kicking off Expedition Wellness, and that's what we're going to be doing,
Yeah.
cruising around, finding great tools and great people, and bringing everything. Disease has no borders.
You know, I love that you said that because one of the things we talk about around the Cannabis Education Guild is that cannabis has the ability to end suffering. And for us, in that particular case, we consider ourselves a platform for education, but more for social good. And so we really, really think that the more we can get out to doctors, the more we can talk about ending pain, ending social injustices, healing people, right?
Yep.
And of course, bringing that information and everything that you're doing in Canada, everything you've done with CFAM, I mean, I hope it's not rude to Canada, but I really hope we don't lose sight of the fact that this is something that's about healing and helping.
Definitely.
And as much as the adult use market is great, and I've been smoking my face off for most of my life, I think that, the foresight of 2020 is to bring it back to where it started and really make it meaningful.
So we have a connection that we didn't realize until just now. So you are the reigning 2019 the Canalists, the Cannabis Act podcast mashup on support for CFAM. We
Yes.
raised a ton of money that day, and
Yes.
you won on a technicality.
Well, I won out of talent also. I just want to say.
Oh,
I
yeah.
just want to say.
I'm a bit
Shots
bitter.
fired.
I'm a bit bitter, right? I mean, I rolled joints and I didn't win. I couldn't even rig it.
Yeah, if I'm going to tell you. So this was an amazing
man.
opportunity. I saw that they were doing a charity roll-off, and so I got on Twitter and I was like, well, if it's rolling for charity, I want to be part of that. And I was rejected. The answer was no. And then Barinder proxied me in. She championed for me, and I got there. I rolled my amazing joints, and I took my win with grace as a lady, even though this is how it was delivered. So because the other two people didn't fill their paperwork out well, Jen was the winner. Winner! Winner!
There's a belt. So we're gonna be doing more charity events like that, right? Because how fun was that? Talk about the therapeutic benefits of rolling joints.
Well, I mean, right. So, I rolled the joints in just over a minute, so that was a minute of therapy. But that's a great point that you bring up because I'm not a big edibles person. I love rolling joints.
I rolled 15 that day, and
Did you?
I mean we had
Did you
10
win?
minutes.
Did you win?
We had 10 minutes.
Oh, man. Shots fired.
We got a
from the other
rematch.
side.
We're gonna rematch.
It's
Yeah,
a gun battle.
I'm ready. I'm ready. But you know what? I think that to your point, the therapy, not just the consuming of it, but having time. I was saying to Gerald, it's the closest thing, like when you go to the washroom, people actually give you 5 minutes, you're allowed to shut the door.
Right.
When you are saying to someone, give me 5, I'm gonna roll a joint, they kind of let you do that. So
My thing with my family is like, hey, everyone take
It's
5
therapy.
minutes and do whatever you want.
Exactly.
They're like, what are you doing?
Therapeutic space. It's a very, it's cathartic, right? Like, what's
It's
the
so
place,
cathartic.
Right? You get into it and the roll.
and not everyone loves it because it always amazes me. Even in my family, my mom's been smoking weed since she was a teenager, and we make fun of her because she still can't roll a joint, which is crazy.
I can't either.
Right, so I just, sometimes I take it for granted how easy it is, but I think that's because, as Gerald's saying, it's therapy, and it's really something that is part of the whole experience.
Right. That's why I've always
Yeah.
attached it. Jump in.
And we all know that people, it's labor really to roll joints until you cross that barrier. But
Yes.
imagine the person that says, I don't know. We all know people that say they can't roll joints, and then
Me.
we roll them for them,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And I'm like,
We
maybe I should
enable,
be
we
that
enable.
person. Maybe I should have you roll my joints.
I would be honored to roll your joints. But, I love that you said that because I think even the art of rolling joints, right? Filter in, not filter in. Probably 25 years ago, I went to Myrtle Beach, and I was like a fascinating person as a Canadian for them because we put a filter in the joints.
Oh,
And
is
it's
that-
really
is that a Canadian thing?
Yeah, they don't filter the joints, which is disgusting if you can imagine
Yeah.
a circle where the smoke is coming out. But yeah, so just having those different arts and sharing and like rolling for people.
Yeah.
But I would roll you joints any day.
Okay,
So
perfect.
2020, we got to wrap this up.
Yeah.
What's positive? What are you thinking of? What's happening for you? What are you focusing on?
Everything's positive. I'm a positive person. Life is positive. We are
That's what we like
breathing
to hear.
fresh air into ourselves. I think the most positive thing is that everything lies ahead.
Oh.
And that everything that was certainly to get us to this point. I'm so excited to see the diversity in the industry. I love to see the dynamics. I think we are finally at a place where we can discuss more openly, and I think people are becoming more themselves. So I'm so excited for that. And I really love to see, even though there's a lot of musical chairs kind of happening in the industry,
Yeah.
I think that it's an indication that
Who
it's a
doesn't love
real
music?
industry.
Is it
We love
speed
music.
dating?
Right, it's kind of speed dating. I was in the music industry for 10 years, and I
Okay.
always say that cannabis was the closest thing I've ever experienced. When it comes to music, limited chords, limited notes, limited octaves, infinite music. It lives to disrupt. We want the music in our catalogs.
Love the word disruptors.
Right.
Makes me-
And so I think that's what I'm positive about. We are going into innovation, we're going into disruption, we're going into positivity, and hopefully we're going into some really, really good weed.
Yeah.
Cheers,
Talking
cheers
Well
to
said.
that.
Well
What
said.
is
And
the, what is,
patient care, patient care.
what is the term for like cheers in the cannabis space? What do you do when you?
Cheaters?
What is no cheers?
Cheers.
Oh, cheers. Oh,
Puff.
puff,
Puff pass. Puff puff pass.
exhale, inhale.
And
Well,
on the-
listen, we're trying to
yeah.
get us there. We're joking around here, right? But there are people on social media that will say, you'll see a post of someone doing a needle injection of, say, a biologic, right? But then it's offensive if you see someone smoking a joint, and it's medicine no matter how we're consuming. So let's hope to 2.0 with the addition of concentrates and the regulations around it that we can maybe start to come out from behind
And the
all of this.
stigma. We're higher together. One love. Let's-
Exactly. Here. You know what? If I can just talk to that for a second, I think how we respond to life is how life is going to respond to us, and I'm a big believer of that. And so I think we have an opportunity as an industry to stop telling everyone what they should do and show through our actions
Yes.
how they can do better. So I am unapologetic
Preach.
when I smoke because that is what I do.
That's
and
church
so
right now.
I never put somebody down because for me, if I'm putting them down to lift myself, I've lost the message. And so I would say, if you want to smoke your medicine, do so, and do so with some grace. Because when people see us in a certain way and they feel our energy, I think we create new energies. And so needles aren't for me. Smoking is. I'm not judging a needle, but I don't want to be judged for smoking. So.
At the end of the day, it's about patient choice, right?
Yeah.
So we're in the cannabis industry
Yeah.
here, but it's patient choice
Yeah.
and it's therapy. So whatever that may be is what they do. So thanks for coming on.
Oh, thank you
Where can we
guys.
find you? Where
Yeah,
can our-
tell the people where they can find you
You
online.
can find me at cbdstrategygroup.com. You can find us at cannabiseducationguild.com. You can find me on LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, Jenn Larry. Don't be shy. I love the discourse. Reach out. I always answer back. Yeah, and if you want to, I'm up for a joint. So that's good too. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank
for
you
joining
guys
us.
so much.
Thank
I
you
love
so
what you're
much.
doing. Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Peace.
All right.